it was still just another game. It was another football game, and we're excited about it. But I wasn't overly nervous about that game any more than because we'd played Oklahoma that year. A&M is always a big game. We'd played Arkansas and Austin the year before, and I started in that game, so I wasn't overly anxious about the game. One of the things that did make me anxious was the fact that it was that misting rain. And we had two different pair of shoes to wear, whether it was rain. Those your typical rubber shoes that you'd wear on AstroTurf did not work at all if the field was wet, and it didn't take a lot of wet. So you can look at the films today and see splotchy parts of where it's wet, and I was always concerned about slipping and falling. I was very nervous throughout the entire game that all of a sudden I'm going to have to make a cut and I'm going to slip and fall. And I changed shoes twice during the game, even before the game. But I think we're well into the second quarter, and I'd switched shoes. I'd put on my dry shoes, and all of a sudden here comes the rain again, and I'm looking everywhere. And by the way, I'm a defensive back, and you make a mistake there, and it's a touchdown. You can't afford to slip. It's a touchdown. And so now I'm looking for my other shoes with the cleats on them, and I can't find them, and find out that the managers had already gathered them all up and put them in a duffel bag. And so Mike was the same way. We got that duffel bag and emptied it. Managers were fussing at us because we were emptying and throwing shoes all over the field. And then there were dozens and dozens. I had to find the right pair. But we got them. I put my cleats back on.
Have you ever heard the phrase taint? AstroTurf, when it gets wet, it's taint?
Yeah. That was a good.
Said that one?
Yeah, I think I do.
It
was a good description too. As a matter of fact, the receiver that I covered almost the whole day was John Reese. I guess he's their split end is what he was, and a couple of times I'd look down to see what he was wearing, and I even asked him one time. I said, "You have any trouble with your footing out here?" And he didn't answer me.
Coach
I wanted to have the same thing on that he had on.